sweet for me until I stumbled along the river and fell in. The snake's back on his feet, walking down the street. He's coming for you, but baby, I'm coming too. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love.
Hello, everybody. It is March 10th, 2025. I almost said 24. I am Drew.
I'm Tara.
This is America's #1 sibling sports and entertainment, Chicago-based Butthole Buffoonery 69, celebrating it's the wettest podcast west of the Mississippi River. We got the best calves in the business. We are the #1 hot mom walk pod in the world. We are MELLONfights.
MELLONfights.
I don't think we got any new hot moms. I don't think anyone listened and told a hot mom to listen to our pod, Tara.
Hold on a second.
We're holding on a second, apparently.
Hey.
I think Tara's about to yell at her fucking cat. He ran off before she could get to him. He knew what was happening. He knew he was in fucking trouble.
You just can't hit my stuff because it's very sensitive and will unplug and then fuck us over. So
He's a dumb little bitch.
don't
Mr.
call him that.
Miyagi. So yeah, I don't think anyone did as they were told until a mom that is hot to go on a hot mom walk, listen to our pod. So good to know. Tara, did you tell any hot moms to listen to our pod? I don't run into hot moms, but you probably run into moms all the time at work. Your goal this week is to tell a hot mom at work that they should listen to our podcast while they go on a walk.
Perfect.
No, that's not. I say, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, I'll
It's a
do it.
guarantee.
Yep, I'm doing it.
Guaranteed. If it's not, you don't have to watch a movie this week. You don't even got to come up with do a list. You should probably do. We'll probably have a list, but no movies to watch. Tara had to watch The Rock this week. I did not watch it. I had company and I didn't get around to watching it, but I've seen The Rock a million times. It's kind of back to our old, like when I first had Tara watching movies, I didn't watch them with her every time because I'd seen most of them. But this one I was going to watch, I've been wanting to watch The Rock. I'll probably get to watching it because I think I'm going to get excited when she starts talking about The Rock.
I actually bought it. So.
She bought it you bought it for $1. I think I might buy it just so I have it.
No, it was $1 extra from renting it.
Oh, you said it was $1. So it was what, $4.99
Yeah.
instead of $3.99?
Yep.
Dang. So you own The Rock for good.
I own The Rock. Yep.
I'm excited to find out if that's worth it or not. It's gonna be exciting. Yeah, your connection sucks right now. You're cutting in and out quite a bit. Hopefully it gets better as we're sitting here. But yeah. So we don't have as much as we normally have. We only have one list this week. We just have our Georgia list.
Georgia? Yes, we do.
And then Tara watched The Rock. So it's kind of be a freewheeling episode, I'm guessing. We'll probably do a couple made up lists. Those are always fun on the spot. Tara's not very good at them, but we'll do a couple. Tara, how's your weekend?
My weekend was good. I worked a lot, but I worked a private event for a nonprofit organization, and it was really great. It was a great organization. It's what was
it?
Moment.
Wet moment?
Yeah.
Is it our? Do we now have the Wet Moment pot? And should they be our sponsor?
No, I don't.
The wettest moment, Tara.
I know, but it's called Logan Smiles, and it's for helping. They will build wheelchair ramps, fix driveways for people in need.
Why can't they be our sponsor? Why wouldn't we want something like that?
I mean, I would love it. What
are you talking about? What's that? Wait, I thought you said it was called the Wet Moment.
It's my wet moment of the week.
Oh. I thought you said they're called the Wet Moment. I'm like, that's serendipitous. I love it.
No, it's.
Is that your cat?
It is.
Get him the fuck out. Yell at him. Because then he runs away. And he usually stays away for the rest of the epi. Okay, so it's your wettest moment. I thought you was called a wet. You're cutting out. Your connection's brutal. So But I thought you said that it was the wettest moment, or you thought it was called the wet moment. Anyway, what is it?
It's called Logan Smiles, and they do a lot for children in need who are wheelchair bound.
Nice.
Yes.
Were there wheelchair bound people at the event?
Mm-mm.
Interesting.
It's normally for their kids, but there were like people whose kids got gifted.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
Couldn't wheel one in and get everyone excited. A little fucking like a State of the Union address sort of thing where everyone kind of turns and.
Well, we watched a video. It was good.
Nice. There you go.
It was a tearjerker.
They tend to be. Nice. And what was your dry? I guess I'll just ask them. What was your dry moment this week?
My dry moment is I set up a tattoo appointment for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But I have like cat scratches all over my arm that I want to get it on, so I don't know where I'm gonna get it put.
Maybe get rid of your cat.
No.
Every time we have a pod, the cat's ruining your life.
He's not ruining my life. He's
So
making
you can't get
it better.
You're just gonna put a tattoo anywhere now.
No, it has to be in a spot.
That's funny you say that because I woke up this morning and I got like a couple scratches on my hand, and I don't know where they came from. I'm like, what did I do? What did I do? Were
you cleaning something and you scraped it?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember what I was doing last night. I'm just like, or was it something this morning I didn't notice? Like, what was I doing?
Did you go to the gym? Did you scratch it on a piece of
No, I didn't even go. I didn't go to the gym this weekend because Dad was busy. My wettest moment is Dad came down and spent 2 days with his little boy. We went to a brewery on Friday. That was the wettest moment. We shared a couple. We didn't share any beers, but we had a couple beers, and we got the right amount of toasty. That right amount. We got to that point. Everyone's chasing.
Yeah.
And then I've gotten good, especially Dad and I. We got to the point where we're really good, where we get to that point, and then we're done.
Yes.
We head home. We eat some food, and we head home. So we did that. That was my wettest moment. My driest moment is these scratches that I don't know where they came from. I don't know. They almost look
Maybe you have a ghost cat.
I mean, almost look like rodent scratches. I'm like, I just can't figure out what I had done. What did I do yesterday where I got scratches? So yesterday, my second wettest moment was yesterday. It was a beautiful day.
Yeah.
And I just walked around. I walked down, stopped at a brewery by myself, had one beer. Just kind of sat there and looked outside while people walked by. Wandered, but there's a free bookstore in my neighborhood where you can go in and take books for free. It's even better than a library because you can keep it if you want.
Nice.
So I went in there, and then I walked over to this bakery that Dad and I also had gone to together and got these oatmeal cream pies. And I just like with Hedman Jones. It was so good. I had to get a second round of them. So I got that, and I walked home. So no scratches there. I came home. I just kind of chilled. I did work out. What was that?
What?
My screen went black there for a minute. Like my whole screen, not just my. That was weird. I'm still connected though. That's good. That was good. I don't know what happened there. I've never seen that. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. But what was I saying? But yeah, and I came home and I just kind of chilled. So I don't know where my little scratches came from. And I must be I must have been fucking with something and not noticed.
Something on the rooftop?
I mean, I did go on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't feel like I was fucking around with anything. You know what it was?
What?
So the outdoor speakers I have up there, the wires in the winter, they kind of disintegrate and I have to redo it. I wasn't in the mood to redo it, but I kind of fiddled with them and I was reaching back behind. I bet you I scratched it then. There it is. Figured it out. Solved it. No dry moments last week. Perfect week. Perfect week. So obviously sports talk. The only real big thing to talk about is, and it's a lot of big, I mean, NFL. We're going to talk a little NFL trades and deals and signings because there's been a lot of that going on for the last couple of days because that's what's going on in the NFL right now. It's that time of year. Some interesting stuff. Nothing, I don't know if any of it moves the needle that much. To be honest, I feel like it's a lot of mediocre quarterbacks jumping around team to team. Like, hey, we got a mediocre quarterback. Let's put a different mediocre quarterback in this position. And then just getting these monstrous deals.
Yeah.
So And the Cowboys are doing nothing.
Yes, per
Nothing
usual.
worthwhile. There was guys like DK Metcalf out there for them to go get and add to their fucking roster, and they did nothing. Not that, you know, do you imagine DK Metcalf and CD Lamb on the same
Yeah,
field together?
it'd be awesome.
Holy shit.
That's the thing. Like, he left, and then they got Sam Darnold, and I'm like, who's Sam gonna throw to? It's like he kind of needs a weapon.
I mean, they got receivers. They got Lockett, but he's getting old.
He's old. He's like,
Yeah, I don't know what that move is. It's a weird move.
yeah. So I was just like, that's like, if I were Sam, like, I mean, he's getting paid, but I would not.
He's getting his
love
100 million.
it.
He's getting $100 million bucks for 3 years. Sam Darnold, I guess, is worth $100 million bucks for 3 years. That's where we're at in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
And
they
then
had Geno Smith. Seattle has
Raiders.
Geno Smith, and they trade him away to the
Raiders.
Raiders. I was going to say Steelers. They did. That's where DK went.
Yep.
They trade him away to the I said it again, the Raiders.
Yep.
And then bringing Sam Darnold. I'm like, is that really an upgrade? I mean, he's a little younger.
Yeah.
He's definitely younger than Geno Smith. I don't know, man.
I don't
Weird.
either.
Weird.
And
Yeah.
then-
So what are your big takes from the trades and the anything catch your eye that seemed Jets reached $40 million deal. I just saw this. I hadn't even seen this for
with Justin
QB
Fields. Yep. And 30 mil is guaranteed, which that's a good deal for him.
How many years are we talking there?
2.
2. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't hate that. I think the Jets are kind of in a weird. I just think they just go out there with all these young athletic dudes and see what you can do because the Rodgers thing. They're saying Rodgers could be a Steeler now.
Yeah, they're saying Steeler or Giant. How weird would it be if he became a Steeler and then they kept Russ, so it was those two. that would
be
not be great.
I
don't think anybody would like that.
The thing about him going to the Steelers, he'd have to be on his best behavior because fucking Tomlin ain't gonna put up with his bullshit. You know, like shut the fuck up and play, or
right?
It's just it wouldn't. He'd have to, So who knows? That's weird. Seems like a weird deal,
right? Because that's like Tomlin and TJ Watt's house. Like, I don't think that shit's gonna fly.
Right? Exactly. I don't even know why they'd bring him in. To be honest, I wouldn't if I were them. I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't either. And then Myles Garrett ended up staying with Cleveland, even though he said he wanted to go somewhere.
He just wanted to get paid.
Exactly. And he got
What
paid.
did they end up paying him?
He's getting $123.5 million guaranteed. And
biggest contract non-quarterback, right?
Yeah. And it's a 3-year deal.
Crazy. These guys get paid so much money, man.
The Browns love to just guarantee all their contracts.
It's fucking, they clearly learned nothing.
Right?
They got to draft a quarterback, right?
Yes.
So what are they going to draft? Ward, do you think?
Maybe.
I mean, that's really their only option.
Yeah, I don't know where they're coming in at for the draft.
Oh, you're right. They're second. I think they're second. That's right, because the Titans are probably actually going to draft Ward, or they'll trade out. We'll see what happens.
And then,
could be interesting. It's funny just to see Deshaun. They have to deal with the Deshaun Watson contract. What will happen to that? Will they trade him?
I think they restructured it or something, whatever that means. But
these fools.
I mean, he is out next year. He tore his something. Did he tear his Achilles or was it his knee?
I don't know. He's done. Yeah, he's done another year.
Yeah. So that guy's just done playing football.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other moves that. Oh, Allen's the highest paid player in the league now.
Oh yeah, he got
Josh Allen.
Yep.
What was he? What did he get?
And
like $300 million.
He had a lot guaranteed too, like 200 and something.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And
these guys getting paid loads of dough.
Devontae Adams.
I mean, that's not surprising though, huh?
No, Devontae Adams went to the Rams, so they're going to get rid of
Cooper
Cooper
Kupp.
Kupp.
Cooper Kupp go and bring in Devontae Adams. I don't understand it. Why not keep the guy that already has a rapport with your guy, unless they just know his health is that bad?
Right. It's like, okay, what's going on behind scenes that we don't know about?
Right. That's the only thing. It's like his health must be terrible.
Right.
If they're not going to keep him, because it's not like Devontae's like. I mean, they probably were the top 2 receivers in the league at the same time a couple of years ago. They're like the guys you would have went after, and they had to pay him They paid him a decent amount of money, I would say. Yeah, these NFL, but yeah. So the NFL, but the biggest takeaway is Cowboys are doing nothing.
Nothing per usual.
I think they signed maybe a lineman.
I don't know. I know that they lost a couple people.
Yeah, yeah. But who cares? They
Yeah,
suck
those are
anyway.
the Cowboys. What are they gonna do? Nothing.
They gonna stink. They gonna
They're gonna
stink.
they gonna stink.
And then anything else? WNBA is gonna start here eventually, right? Nah, it doesn't start for a while, does it?
Not that long. I think maybe
I mean, I mean, they have to have the
the
tournament
draft.
still and the draft.
But I feel like it's so quick. I bet it starts in April.
Maybe. But that other league's still going on. Like the 3-on-3
Oh.
league that nobody's watching. Nobody's watching it, Tara.
I don't.
Nobody's
Right.
watching it.
It's because Caitlin ain't in it.
Yeah, but I mean, some people are watching it because they think it's funny to watch Angel Reese stink. That's rude. I don't have to say it. There's nothing wrong with Angel Reese.
She's just not very good.
I just
at
want people to
basketball.
be like, just to understand that, just to be not so delusional about things.
Yeah.
That's my only thing that bothers me about it. It's like, I don't really care. But yeah, so I saw a picture of Caitlin Clark where she looked buff, like she'd been working out. If that's
Yeah.
true, she trouble.
Getting in that gym.
Up.
Getting in that gym, actually having an off season.
Yeah, she's like just getting better at. She's like, I want to win this league
Yes.
that like matters, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but aren't they talking? Some of these players are acting like they should hold out. The women, is that a real
really?
thing going on?
I don't know.
Let me see here. I think about because they're talking about trying to get equal pay and stuff like that. But I think they're talking about holding out, and some people are like, this is not the time to hold out. The leagues just became popular.
Right.
It's like, yeah, maybe but you can't like hold out right now.
Especially because they still aren't profitable.
Right. You got to be profitable.
Yeah.
But if they have another nice year and then they get another nice contract, who knows? Then you do start getting paid more. Go out and win some ball. Because you can't just create money out of nothing.
Well, and I think that there's a couple girls Paige Beckers is in college and people like her. So she might draw some more eyes too.
Yep.
And then there's
that other girl that got hurt right at the beginning of the year who didn't end up playing, blonde. She didn't end up having a rookie year, but she's popular too. It'll be interesting. I don't know if they're not gonna. I mean, there's not enough. I don't think there's enough players that are like, yeah, we're holding out.
No.
Sky moving both Fever games to the United Center, so they don't normally play at the United Center, but against the Fever, they're gonna move to the United Center so they can fill that bad boy up.
That's fun. Because
do they normally
play? Where do they normally play? Allstate?
No, I think they play at the what's it called? No, I think they play somewhere else. Oh no, they do play at the Allstate. You're right. So say they have 16,000 fans there, and the United Center can accommodate 20. So it's not like crazy amount bigger, but it's big. That's another 4,000 tickets basically, another 3,500 tickets.
Ticket.
June 7th and July 27th.
Oh, we should go for your birthday.
Should we go see the Fever in the Sky for my B-Day?
For your birthday and Dad's birthday.
Huh?
For your birthday and Dad's birthday.
Do it both up? I don't hate it.
We'll wear
Let's see what tickets would cost us.
Split jersey of Clark and Reese.
Let's see what let's see what it cost us. Chicago. Oh, that's right. Angel Reese plays for Chicago. I forgot.
Yeah.
I totally forgot that part of it. I just thought it was because the Fever were playing in town. We got to go see that. What do you think tickets are going to cost?
I have no idea. $80 a person.
Single tickets. And what's the date? Let's check to July for my birthday first.
The 27th.
It's funny, they play on the 24th against the Sparks. They play on the 22nd, 24th, and 27th. But we want to see them play. This is not right. Because it's saying they play... Oh, I'm looking at June. There's my problem.
June 7th.
I'm going to my birthday. I'd rather go on around my birthday. July 27th. Here we go. They don't go on sale until tomorrow.
Lame.
They don't go on sale till tomorrow. But maybe the June one's up. Let me go back to June.
Doubt it.
No, because some of the tickets are up already.
Mm.
Nope. They go on sale tomorrow as well. So we'll get back to that next week.
Yes.
Well, let's see what a ticket costs just at like a normal game. Oh, I can't because they don't have any of the United Center stuff up.
Mm.
So I don't know. It's not going to be. We'll have to get back to that. Put a note.
No.
We're going to look at do it next week. So, yeah, we should go to that. That'd be fun. It's funny. I've never been to an NBA. Terry, no, I've never been to an NBA game.
Really?
If I go to a WNBA game before I go to an NBA game, it's over. I gotta go to an NBA game before if we're gonna do that. I gotta hit one up first. Yeah, I've never been to one.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to.
It's the only thing I've ever really been to.
3.
I've been to everything else. Hockey, college stuff.
I think I've been to 4 $3 games and one Bulls game.
I was thinking, Tara, you can buy like a 20 game pack for White Sox tickets this year for like $105, something crazy like that.
Up.
If I didn't have to cruise all the way down to the fucking, if I wasn't so far, because I'm so far away now.
Yeah.
If it wasn't that is so hard for me to get there, I might do it.
Right.
Just like if I end up going to 5 of them, do you know what I mean? Like it was great price. Hold on, let's see what it was. It was like an insane thing. Chicago.
They're just trying to tank.
Well, no, they're trying to get people. They got to get people in there because no one's going to see it because their team's terrible. But it's fun to be at a baseball game.
And they have such good food at that stadium. Good food and bevs.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see what it is. 10 tickets, flex, 20 game plan. Let's see what a 20 game plan is. Tell me. Oh, here. Value plan. View pricing. What are we talking here? I saw something much cheaper, but
it went up.
I just don't know if it might have been a thing they were running and now it's over. I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe this is the wrong thing. Oh, let's see what 10 games flex is. Buy a 10 ticket flex pack. What's your guess?
I don't have any clues.
If you want to do it on the upper level, it's $140. That's $14 a game. I feel like I could probably just go to a gaming for $8.
Yeah.
Day of. Why would I pre-buy that? That's why they're doing. I think they changed. I think they just had it for a little while. It was definitely cheaper than that. I had seen it online.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of nuts. So, sports. Yeah, that's like baseball in this town is really not that good right now.
No.
Shy City, if you call it. We're 20 minutes in. We want to talk shit. Mm-hmm. Any other football stuff you want to talk about? Sports stuff?
Not really.
Tara. Why not?
NBA.
Oh, we do our preview. Finally, we got time. NBA preview?
Sure.
You prepared for your NBA preview?
I've been.
Let's do it real quick. Tara, who's winning it all? Tara, who's winning it all? Who's going to be the MVP of the league? These are up in the air still.
I know.
To me, they're not. I mean, to me, who's winning it all is, but I mean, Jokic is the MVP.
Yeah, but I don't think it'll be him.
Yeah, I do.
He's Tara.
He had 30, 20, and 20.
I know he did.
Tara, I promise you, these fools are these people on there's no way Jokic isn't winning it.
There's no voter fatigue for him.
No, he's the best player. It's not even close, and his team is good because of him.
Yeah.
Shai Gilgeous is fucking James Harden 2.0. He's easier to watch, but he's the same sort of player to me. He doesn't deserve. I mean, I like him, but Jokic is the best player in the fucking league. He just
He's
is.
so good. And it's like so
and he's
funny.
and he's putting up
because
great numbers.
It's so funny too because like he's just like, this is my job. Like I just so happen to be really good at basketball.
I'm good at hoops, bro.
I'm good at hoops, but I like other stuff too.
Yeah, it's his job.
He's like, I just want to go home.
He
afterward.
we watched that game the other night. We watched the second half when he did all that, and he had a little smirk. He was pretty proud of his numbers that game.
I'm sure.
He wasn't as like he was pretty happy with what he did. He was the first person ever to do it.
Oh, really?
30 Tara, no one's ever had 30 points. Tara.
Well, it's an OT.
So what?
I know.
Still never has happened.
Yeah.
Terry, he had two basic. So when you think about it, he had 2 triple doubles. You could cut that in half, and he still has a triple double in a triple double.
He's a stud.
And some guys have never had a triple double ever in their life. Great players.
His passing skills are just.
It's not just his. It's everything he does. It's like,
I know, but like his passing is just so next level. I love it.
Well, it's because he does it before he has to. All these other guys are worried about scoring first.
Yeah.
Or he's worried about making the best basketball play. Where they're like, I got stopped, so I'm going to pass it now.
Mm-hmm.
Something open up. But he's like, I know that guy's going to get open if I drive over here. And he starts to go, and he's already like positioning his body so the pass is easy and clean, and they get a wide open shot. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just good basketball.
It's good basketball. It's unselfish basketball, and it's this big old dude that is not I mean, there's stuff that he does that is fancy, but it's
fuck. What are you talking about?
But it's not like overly athletic looking, where people are like, I couldn't do that.
Oh no, but they can't. No one can. There's a reason he's the only one that does it.
Exactly. It's like it looks easy.
Technically,
and
their bodies could do it.
Sure, but
if they but their brain wouldn't connect to their body that way.
Mm-mm.
So, but he's the man. I enjoyed watching it so much. And his team's playing better. It's a good team.
I think he's the face of basketball. Face of the league.
No.
No.
Yes. Actually, you know what? That's the thing. I did hear that. Actually, on Bill Simmons last week, they're like, who's the face of the league now? There's always been a face of the league. It's like, you guys just don't want these. They're not Americans, so you don't want to pretend like they're the face of the league, but because LeBron's still basically the face of the league, which is true, and Steph.
LeBron,
but who's the next guy? I'm like Giannis and
Jokic
are humongous fucking stars in this world.
Yes.
Just because you guys aren't that into them doesn't mean that they're not gigantic stars, and they're the face of the league around the world. Like, people around the world love those guys.
Well, and Giannis is just so good and likable, and I don't know. I agree.
It's weird. It's like there is a face of the league.
And they're just so basketball driven too. Like, they just want to win.
Yeah. Jokic is the best player in the league. He has been for 5 years.
Yeah.
I'd say. Basically 3 years he won MVP. The year he didn't, he probably should have won it. Embiid did not deserve it. That's going to be the one.
No.
Why did Embiid get that? He just doesn't make it. He's just such a twat. The thing is, Embiid's a good ball player.
He just injured all the fucking time.
Hoops.
You
want to do our list, or do you want to do the movie?
Let's do our list. I'm going to grab a soda because I forgot to grab one, and I'm
Oh my God, Tara couldn't possibly do a list without a soda. Couldn't possibly do a list without a soda. I have a soda. So, let's talk shit about Tara while she's gone. I don't know about what. I just want to talk shit. Oh, the cat's coming. Cat's coming for her. Cat thinks it's getting something. I'm watching a little play. The cat was all cozy, and Tara got up and was like, oh. Let's go see what Mama's up to. Let's go see what Mama's doing. I'm a cat. Meow. Meow. That was racist. I'm sorry.
You saw the cat?
Yeah. The second you got up, you had to go see what you're up to.
Yeah. He loves me.
He was right over there. He's probably thought he was going to get a treat, too.
Hi, babies. Yeah.
Probably thought he was getting fed.
Not yet.
What times he get fed at? Just say a time. You need to look at the clock. Huh?
3:30 to 5:30.
Usually when you feed him?
Mm-hmm.
How much you feeding him now? Have you cut back like I told you to?
Cut back
You let him
a little.
get fat as fuck.
No, he's not fat. He's just a little bit of a thick boy.
So we
but
feed him less or more?
a
What do you
little
feed him
less.
now?
I feed him a serving and then a half a serving of
Wet.
wet food.
What's a serving though?
I have these like measured out portions that say,
Well, what's it say on a can as a serving?
I don't know. It doesn't.
You buy the big can still?
No, I buy like single serving things.
The little ones now?
Yeah. Well, no, it's like a single serving, like plastic thing.
Oh, does he like? And he likes them?
Oh yeah, he
Oh,
likes
that's good.
it. He likes all food. He's a fatty.
Yeah. Well, Kara was fucking picky.
Not this boy. He likes food.
Kara was picky. Picky little bitch. So Tara, we're doing the list first, we said, right?
Yeah.
We're going to do our list. It's time for the Melon Fights 52 in 52 weeks, states and territories. Our top 5 things from those things, our top 5 things related. So those are top 5 things related to the state of Georgia. Top 5 things related to the state of Georgia. There's a ton, and actually, I actually had fun with this one. Tara said she has a bad list, so she must not have thought outside the box. Tara can do that. Tara can get a little stuck and a little boring.
I did. I was like,
Mine's fun as fuck. I have a great one. I love mine.
okay.
I'm very happy with my Georgia list.
All
But that's Tara. Tara. So let's do our top 5 things related to the state of Georgia. Tara, what is your number 5 thing related to the state of Georgia?
I picked Ray Charles.
Say my number 5.
Oh.
Because this, I'm hoping it's good enough I can put it up. I'd like to put our list up.
You can put yours up. My number 1 or my
number 5, Tara.
You're screaming in my ear.
I'm not screaming. I definitely didn't scream.
My number 5 things related to Georgia is the song "Georgia on My Mind" by Ray Charles.
Oh wow,
I love that song, and I don't know. I just think you hear it a lot this time of year. And every time I hear it, I'm pretty much obsessed with it.
I don't really think about that song very much. I'm going to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Well, here's the thing. I listen to that genre of music quite often, so it probably pops into my life more than yours.
Probably true. There we go. I just had to get my list up. I couldn't find it. Sometimes I can't find my Notes app. It's not really Notes app. I don't even know what it's called. And ours is it still called Notes.
Yeah.
It's still our Notes.
Notes.
Even on Android, it's called Notes. It's a Notes app as well. But like people on iPhones talk about Notes app like it's like cool.
The coolest thing ever.
It's like it's a Notes. It's an app where you put notes.
Unless there's something we don't know.
There might be, because they'll say that like shared it via Notes app. I'm like, can you share like with an Apple? Do people follow each other on their Notes app? I'm always confused by that.
I don't know.
Or do they just
they
typed it on there
and paste it from their Notes app?
Oh, okay. Like they did their draft in there and then they
Yeah.
People almost talk about Notes app.
Almost like it's a Microsoft Word or something.
It's like, okay.
Yeah.
It's a Notes app. We all have it. Grow up.
Yeah.
Grow up.
Grow up.
Tara, that's a good one. I don't hate it.
It's a good song.
I'm going to go with my number 5 thing related to the state of Georgia is, since I took her off the list last week, I'm bringing her back. It is Georgia from Ginny in Georgia. Because I just feel like she didn't, for the Boss Babes list, it was just like, she's a little too questionable sometimes. Like, some of her momming, I don't love.
Yeah.
But it's just as far as being one of my favorite things about this, like, favorite related to the state of Georgia, just a hot babe named Georgia. I'm in.
Is she from Georgia?
Don't care. Her name's Georgia. What are you talking about?
I need to
It's not from Georgia. That's why the list is things related to the state of Georgia.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Okay, I got you.
Do you not know how this game works? My number 5 thing related to the state of Georgia is Georgia from Ginny in Georgia. I don't give a fuck where she's from.
Okay.
Her name's Georgia. You just picked a song that had Georgia in the title.
But Ray Charles is from Georgia, and it's about Georgia.
That's fine. But you could also pick a song that was about a girl named Georgia. I wouldn't have cared.
Okay.
Georgia, related to the state of Georgia. There's like Alabama. I think for Alabama, didn't I pick Alabama from True Romance?
Maybe.
I think I did. If your name is the name, I'm down. like Flo Rida,
Okay.
though he is from there.
He is from there too.
Georgia O'Keeffe, I would have accepted. I don't know any other Georgias. Georgia Schmorgia.
Georgia. Nope.
Sounds like some Adam Sandler would have made up. Tara, what's your number 4 thing? Anyway, back to Georgia. Georgia's a good mom, like a mom that loves her kids, but questionable mom sometimes. But as far as Georgias go, she's fucking smoking hot.
Yes.
And she's very charming. We can agree on that, right?
Yes, we can.
Cool.
My number 4 thing related to Georgia is rocking chairs. Rocking chairs were invented there, and that's where like the Cadillac of rocking chairs are.
You think rocking chairs were really invented in Georgia? That seems like something that's been around a long time.
Well, it said it, and then let's see.
When? I believe you, but like you know how that is. That's one of those things like they could easily had rocking chairs. I feel like that's something that
that's
would
where
have
the
been
Cadillac,
like in England back in like the 1200s.
maybe, but that's where the Cadillac of rocking chairs are made. Is what it
I think
said.
it's pretty bold to say you invented the rocking chair.
But
did you see when I see things like that, I end up doing a little deeper dive.
Oh.
You talk, but go ahead.
So, as a girl who has most likely ADHD and constantly moving, when I get in a chair that rocks, I mean, I do some extreme rocking where I get it going wild. So, I love a rocking chair. I like anything that swivels, but the rocking chair is it's good. And then if you have a baby, you can rock it to sleep, which is really sweet to do. I don't
Sure.
know. I'm just a fan of a rocking chair.
What about like a cradle that's on a rock? Like aren't the old cradles? I think that's where the idea for the rocking chair came. What came first? Do you think?
I don't know, probably a rocking chair. And
This
then I
claims
like
in
the-
1725, early rocking chairs first appeared in England.
Okay, well,
Though American inventor Benjamin Franklin credited it to North America. I don't know.
Well, I'm keeping it.
Did he invent it?
No.
Well, then why is it talking about?
Just Google this, Drew, because I can't.
I just Google. I'm on the rocking chair Wikipedia. It's just rocking chairs.
Can you do me a favor and do rocking chairs, Georgia? And
No, I get that. I get that.
But can you just do it?
Why?
Because I want you to.
But what's the point?
You're gonna see what it says. The Cadillac.
I don't care. My point was more like it's one of those things where it's like, was it really invented in Georgia?
In my mind, it was.
I'm not mad. I was just wondering. Bumpy rocker? Is that the Cadillac?
Maybe.
I don't know. That's enough rocking chair talk for one day.
Touch my computer at the moment, otherwise.
That is enough rocking chair talk for one day.
Okay.
Okay. So my number 4 thing related to the state of Georgia. Okay. It's technically Coca-Cola, but not, because I don't really give a fuck about Coca-Cola. But I love a Jack and Coke. So without the Coca-Cola, I can't have a Jack and Coke. And guess what? Jack and Pepsi, Jack and RC Cola, Jack and whatever, they don't taste the same.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola is, I will say this, Coca-Cola is the ultimate cola mixer.
Yeah.
It's not even close. Rum and Coke is better. Jack and Coke is better. It is the ultimate mixer. It
Coke
tastes better
Zip.
with alcohol. What?
Coke Zip.
Yeah, but I mean Coke brand. Coke,
Yeah.
it mixes superiorly with alcohol than Pepsi. Pepsi has something in it where it doesn't taste quite the same. That's my expert opinion.
Yeah, I feel like Coca-Cola almost has like a brown sugariness to it, or something different about it that just really makes it blend
I think it's
well.
the aftertaste of it.
Right. But it's like
A little
brown-
more like pungent, if that makes any sense.
It's almost like more like spicy, like
Spicy. It's
like
definitely spicier than
spice.
Pepsi.
Yeah.
Where Pepsi's a little more tingly, if that makes any sense.
It is
It's like
more tingly.
more of a tingly soda.
Yes.
Where Coca-Cola's a little more spiced
Like
up.
a little more spicy, and it
Yeah.
has like some spicy flavors.
Yeah, so
It's a
Coca-Cola,
spicy soda.
spicy soda.
Yes.
Pepsi,
Tingly.
tingly soda. Right?
Tingly. Yeah,
I
it's
think that's the
very
best way. If people
effervescent.
say they could do the challenge, it's you got a spicy soda and you got a tingly soda.
Yes.
What's your preference?
Uh,
Because you're not really a either drinker. You used to be a big Coke Zero drinker, but
yeah, I think I like Coke better.
regular Coke over Pepsi.
No, diet. I only do diet.
You do Diet Coke
Yeah, I like Diet
over
Coke. I
Coke
like
Zero
Coke Zero. I think I like Coke Zero better. Like I really like
than
a
Pepsi Zero.
yeah. I like a Coke Zero.
That's trash. What about cherry Pepsi Zero? Do you like cherry Pepsi or cherry Coke better? I think cherry Pepsi is way better than cherry Coke.
I like a
Wild cherry Pepsi.
I like a cherry Coke Zero.
When was the last time you had a wild cherry Pepsi Zero?
Not that long ago, to be
They're
completely
delicious.
honest. They're
You
okay.
piece of shit.
I'm a Coke girl.
All right.
Except I'm a Mountain Dew girl too.
That's the thing is you're more likely to go for a clear soda than a dark soda.
No, not anymore.
Well, I guess that's not true. The Dr.
Because
Peppers.
this guy, it's
Because the pepper. You
converted
live in that
me.
pepper life. Dr. Pepper, that guy was, I don't know if that's real or not, but I don't
Oh
care.
my god,
Because it's so funny.
Oh, is that Dr. Pepper?
Like it feels like it could be a setup, but I didn't care because he did such a good job.
Yeah.
Like he's like, oh, Dr. Pepper.
Oh, that Dr. Pepper's good.
It's so
good.
fucking funny, man.
Oh.
Sorry guys, you didn't have to be there, but it's such a funny clip on the gram or
Yes.
TikTok where a guy is like asleep. Black dude's asleep. Sorry, black clips are funnier than white people clips. They just are. They always have been. They're just funnier people. I don't know what it is. They just know how to capture the moment.
Yeah, in a very short amount of time.
Yeah, it's like quick. Like,
It's quick
people,
and awesome.
people know that black people
Ruled
thrived
Vines.
on Vine.
Yes.
Like they knew how to get to the like us white folks. We're too long-winded.
Mm-hmm.
We're too goddamn long-winded.
We're yappy.
We're fucking yappers. Got to write a whole goddamn sketch to try to make people laugh. But yeah. So anyway, this old dude, and he's asleep with his mouth open, and they pour a little Dr. Pepper in his mouth, and he wakes up instantly, like shoots up, is like, "Oh, that Dr. Pepper!"
Like, oh, that's that good Dr. Pepper.
He's like, "Pepper," and he says "pepper" a couple times. It's very funny. I'm not
Uh-huh.
doing it justice, but
No, look it up.
it's super funny. Maybe I could play it.
Maybe.
Maybe I could play it. What did I send that to you on?
It's
Instagram, I imagine,
you
because
did,
you don't really,
but
I'm
then
not
it
really
said
sending
it was
much.
unavailable.
Huh?
Because I went back to watch it and it said it was unavailable.
Oh, damn, one of those
I know.
disappearing ones. That sucks.
Mhm.
Tara, what's your? Oh, is it my turn again?
It's my turn. Wait. Yeah, it's my turn.
Yeah, you're on your
Coca-Cola.
because you have rocking chair and Georgia, whatever.
Yeah. My number 3 thing related to Georgia is
My number 3 thing related to the state of Georgia.
My number 3 thing related to the state of Georgia is Cody Rhodes.
Ooh, of all the famous people, that's the one you choose, huh?
I think so.
Tell me about it.
Maybe it's recency biased, but he's
I mean, when's the last time you saw him wrestle?
a long time, but it sucked because we were like avid AEW watchers, and then he ended up going to WWE, and I was so bummed out because the crowds at AEW kind of turned against him, and he was awesome. Like he was freaking flipping off high cages and just is a really good wrestler. Not the greatest on the mic, but decent. And
He knows how to tell a story.
Exactly. And the crowd just like turned on him, and then AEW wasn't paying him, but he is one hell of a wrestler.
I mean, he's the biggest thing. Terry, he's the biggest thing in WWE now.
Yeah.
He's going up against John Cena and The Rock.
Yeah.
Like that's he's so big there and such a face that John Cena turned heel for the first time in his career.
Yeah. To go against
the last pay-per-view.
Cody Rhodes.
To go against Cody Rhodes.
Pretty
crazy. I'm a big Cody guy too. I saw him. He was honorable mention to me, but
yeah, at first I wasn't like a big fan of his, and then I couldn't get over how good at wrestling he was, and then it like started to piss me off because he was doing like some fun stuff too at AEW.
Well, part of the reason they turned on him because there was rumors that he was leaving.
Oh,
like there was rumors that he was going to leave.
Well,
so that was part of it.
I feel like he did some reality show with his wife that people didn't like.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Because she's very beautiful, but she's not that likable.
But it was. But I like him. I think he's such a good wrestler.
Mm-hmm. And Jade's about to be their biggest woman star in about 2 seconds. She showed up and just started beating the shit out of people, and she's kind
Is
of
she
just running
better
through
on the
everybody.
mic?
They're just not. They're just
She's doing
W.
it on the
The
mic.
thing about WWE is she doesn't need to go on the mic because they have so many other people that can talk
Yeah.
that she can just show up and fucking boot the shit out of people.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I've seen her a couple times. She has never said a word. She just fucking plows. That's the thing. She can just be that person.
Which is good because she's terrible on the mic.
Yeah, she is. She's probably better now though. My number three thing, my from for free thing. I have 3 left here, and I really don't know the order I want to go on them.
Okay.
Okay, my number 3 thing related to the state of Georgia is the TV show Atlanta. I'd say Atlanta is one of the best TV shows over the last decade, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Love Atlanta. I think it was 5 or 6 seasons. I don't know what it ended up being, but I just think it was one of the more unique shows. I really thought it was one of the funniest shows. It was doing some of the best stuff on TV, and I miss it. I'm sad it's over. I'm a big Donald Glover guy. Big fan of a lot of stuff he does, but Atlanta is his best thing he's ever. I love Atlanta. Weird stuff going on, funny stuff, great cast. Love that cast. That cast should all be doing cool stuff right now, and a lot of them are. A lot of them did go on to do big stuff and earn all sorts of stuff. Honestly, but I love Atlanta. Are you an Atlanta fan? I forget.
So I watched the first season of Atlanta and I loved it, and then I didn't keep up with it, but
You should watch it.
I know, but
Catch up.
it's good. I really
Use my
like.
Hulu.
I got Hulu.
You have Hulu?
Well, Uncle Jimmy has Hulu.
Oh, you have Hulu?
Yeah.
I don't think you had to buy The Rock then. Pretty sure it was on Hulu.
Oh well, I'm an idiot.
Because that's why I got Hulu for a month.
Oh.
I got a
Well, I like to spend money, I
What's it
guess, on
called?
things I don't need to.
what's it
A
called?
preview?
I got a preview of it for a month. Do you have commercials
No.
on Hulu? Dang. Uncle Jimmy's rich. I'm gonna steal that from you. Anyway. So yeah, what did I say? Oh, Atlanta. So yeah, I love Atlanta. Tara's only seen 1 season. You should keep watching because it gets better. The first season's good, but then it gets better.
Yeah.
There's a couple episodes in like season 2 and 3 that are like some of the best things I've ever seen on TV.
My number 2 thing related to the state of Georgia is
How is that so hard for you to spit out?
I don't know. It always is.
Are you mentally okay?
No, it's the Savannah Bananas.
Oh, good one.
I want to go and see them so bad. I watch their.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
We
should do that.
Well,
we should go to Georgia and see them.
It's so hard to get a ticket to. It's like insanely hard. But I watch their like Instagrams and stuff, and it just looks like the funnest time ever.
I feel like once would be enough for me though.
Oh, probably. It's like one time.
It's a little silly. Like it'd get old. Like every pitch, there's something.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's every pitch. I think they play baseball most of the time.
They do. And what's crazy about it is, so a girl that I work with, she is like an athletic trainer for baseball players, and she, like a lot of her athletes, like if they don't make it into the league, they'll go and play for the Bananas.
Nice.
So it's like really talented.
So maybe she could figure out how to get you tickets.
Maybe it's like really talented players.
I mean, they're real. I mean, they do like the fact that they're able to like do those dance moves and then immediately throw a pit,
like flip into a throw, and then like I love the little umpire who's just like grooving along too.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting thing. It's a smart thing. I'm surprised there's not more of it yet. There probably is more and more of that going on.
Because it's the Bananas and the party.
I think there's 4 teams now.
Oh, really?
Maybe I'm wrong.
The party somethings.
Yeah.
But
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just the 2 teams.
Love it.
I heard there was going to be more teams.
They should. I mean, they can both be like
They could easily make it a franchise thing like around the country.
Well, because they do travel, so they could have people at their stadium and then like travel to other places. Like, because my friends saw them in, I I want to say Indiana or something.
Mm.
Ohio.
So they do travel. Okay, that's
Yes.
cool. Tara, my number 2 thing related to the state of Georgia is I'm going to go with the movie Drumline. Drumline. Love the movie Drumline, Tara.
It's in Georgia?
Tara, he goes to Atlanta A&T, baby.
Oh my God.
Atlanta A&T. I don't think that's a real school, but he goes to it.
No.
How do you, he's in, that's Atlanta? What are we talking about?
I
did say, here's the thing is when I search movies about Georgia, it didn't pop up. But I'm like, that's why I don't ever trust that. I got to think through my brain a little bit. I'm like, Atlanta. I'm like, he went to Atlanta A&T, Georgia, baby. So Drumline, love Drumline. Drumline is so good.
I love Drumline.
So good. I haven't seen Drumline in a minute. I'm due. But Drumline's one of those movies. If it's on TV and I'm flipping around, I stop.
Oh, yeah.
No matter where it's at. Especially if it's at the end, though.
Oh,
that last scene is like the best.
It's so good.
The Southern classic that doesn't exist.
Uh-huh.
Why doesn't it exist? Why hasn't someone adopted that? Like, yeah, we do this now.
Yeah.
Because that movie was great. Why wouldn't we do this?
Was that where Petey Pablo was?
That's where Petey Pablo shows up. Yeah. Petey Pablo shows up.
Petey Pablo.
Love Drumline.
So good.
See, I got a great top 5. Yours isn't bad, but mine's better. You got rocking chairs, and I got Drumline.
Rocking chairs are good, man.
Tara, when's the first time you sat in a rocking chair?
I wish I had a rocking chair.
I like more of the glide.
No, I like to go like woo.
Tara, couldn't tell you the last time I was in a damn rocking chair.
Well, that's because they're I
do like gliders, man. I remember we used to have that glider.
Yeah, but how about a big? What's it called? Like a lazy boy that rocks? Get out of here.
That is nice.
That is.
You're right. Things that rock are nice. Some people get a little. I'm trying to think. Like an outdoor rocking seat's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like rocking chairs are supposed to be outside. If they're inside, it's weird.
I don't.
Should be on a porch or on a deck.
Oh, someday I'm gonna have a.
I want a rocking.
Someday I'm gonna have a porch and a rocking chair. And I'm just gonna like.
You could put a rocking chair on your thing now. You could get like a rocking chair. Like they have like.
But I want
just like they have those like the outdoor traveling. They have those as rockers.
I should get
a rocking version of that. Like the chairs you have out there right now, they have rocking versions of that. You don't have to get a nice wooden one or anything.
Mm-hmm. My number 1 thing related to the state of Georgia is. Waffle irons.
I mean, that's not bad. I didn't see it, but that's not bad.
I love a waffle iron. I use one every day pretty much.
Do you?
Yeah, I make waffles a lot. I make protein waffles.
Oh.
And
man.
I freaking love a waffle iron. I love waffles.
When I go through phases of making waffles.
Oh my gosh, I remember
it's fat.
Well, because
I don't make protein waffles.
No, you make delicious cake batter waffles with frosting and syrup.
Yes, I do. I forgot that's what I used to make. There's a reason, Tara. There's a reason I had to lose 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Because I made things like cake batter, frosted, syrup waffles.
Yeah.
I probably threw a little fucking powdered sugar on there too. I didn't. I should.
You might have thrown in some like peanut butter.
There was definitely sprinkles.
Definitely.
They were funfetti.
They were funfetti. Yes.
I think it was just funfetti because pancakes are basically cake batter.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, I made funfetti with frosting and syrup, but they were fucking good.
I love a waffle. I like how the outside's a little crunchy. The
a waffle is a superior breakfast sweet.
I love them. But I just always hate when you order a Belgian waffle and only one comes.
Yeah, we talked about this before.
And a lot of
why give me one waffle, bitch?
And it doesn't come with sides a lot, too. I'm like, I need a side. I can't. A waffle's not enough.
No, it's not. Because it's about the same as a pancake.
Yeah.
You're not using that much more batter than a pancake. You should get 2 waffles. If you're getting 3 pancakes, you get 2 goddamn waffles.
I need 2 waffles, some breakfast potatoes, and maybe
some sausage.
Yeah, or bacon.
Sausage. I think sausage goes better with waffles.
I don't know.
And I think that bacon goes better with pancakes. That's just my take.
That's a take.
I say that, but I would usually make bacon with my waffles. Turkey bacon. Man, when's the last time you had some turkey bacon?
It's been a minute.
I used to eat it all the time.
I don't really.
I used to eat it all the time just because it was less bad for
healthier
me, but I would be
choice.
eating it with, but I'd be eating it with funfetti waffles.
Yes.
Tara, my number one thing related to the state of Georgia is the Dirty Bird.
Oh,
I love the Dirty Bird. It's the
Dirty
greatest
Bird.
celebration of all time. It was
It is.
amazing when it happened. It took the world by storm.
Can you
It's
do
the
the Dirty
greatest,
Bird?
huh?
Can you do the Dirty Bird?
I'm fucking doing it. I can't do it where like my legs are hopping side to side. Like I can't do it. I could never quite time it right, but I know that part of it. The Dirty Bird was so fun.
Yeah.
Loved the Dirty Bird. There's never been a better like celebration in any sport, in my opinion, that they did consistently. I don't understand why they don't still do it.
I know.
I don't. If I went and played for Atlanta, I'd do it every time
Right.
because it was amazing. I know it's from the guys before, but why not make it a thing where it's like
Right?
everyone's
This is what
excited
we
for you to do the
do.
goddamn Dirty Bird? Can you imagine if Matt Ryan had done the goddamn Dirty Bird?
Maybe they would have won that Super Bowl. Like, God.
Yeah, if he was Dirty Bird and he's keeping the flow.
Mhm.
Tara, who's on their team now? Can you
Dijon.
imagine Kirk Cousins doing the
Dijon?
Dirty Bird?
Is he on this team still? Oh, yeah.
Nobody was.
No, I think he is.
Is he still in the squad?
I think so.
But Penix is who's going to start this year?
Penix.
Because I think he's hurt. They're saying
Penix
actually.
is?
No.
Oh.
Cousins.
Oh,
I think he's still hurt.
probably.
But yeah, I mean, one of these guys,
Bijan.
Bijan Robinson doing the Dirty Bird. Fuck yeah! Come on, do the Dirty Bird. Who cares if it's something from the '90s?
Yeah, the 90s
That's
are
fun.
back.
The '90s are awesome.
Uh-huh.
I almost just picked. I mean, that's from the '90s. I pick something from the '90s almost all the time
Yeah.
because the '90s are fun. The '90s were America was fun in the '90s, other than when it wasn't. Other when there was like race wars at the beginning of the 90s. The 90s got fun. How about that?
Yes.
The 90s were as bad as any, like, bad shit was going on in the 90s just like any other time. But like, even when we had a war, it was over in like a week. It was like the Iraq war, over. Iraq second, and then we're going to do it again, over. So, and then 9/11 hits.
Ugh.
And the world changes forever.
Yes.
We're all privy. Well, here's the thing. All this stuff was all going on, but I think that's what really everyone's like, oh, after everything changed at 9/11. But what really happened is we were more tuned into like, oh, there's crazy shit going on all the time. We were just all kind of like not oblivious to it. We're just not paying attention. And it's like, oh, there's wild shit going on in the world. And that's kind of where it all kind of changed. We got 8 years of Bush. And then and then Barack came around to try to balance that out, and then fucking that just set up the world to what that we're in now.
Mm-hmm.
People were like, this guy
is gonna.
I can handle him doing vines, but running our country, I don't think so. And then we got Donnie Trump, and we've had to deal with him for fucking forever now.
Yeah, it's bleak.
The world every day. I'm like, please stop showing me this.
Yes. Like, ugh.
Tara, I started doing this thing at night and I love it because I'm really bad at like doom scrolling. But I take my phone and I just go set it in my bedroom and put it on the charger, and it's nowhere near me. I don't for like the last couple hours because they say you shouldn't have it before bed.
Mm-hmm.
But so I watched a movie without I actually watched the movie. At one point, and it was good because at one point I was like something happened, like, oh, I want to look up, and I'm like, oh, it's not by me. I'd have to go. I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna go get it. I'm gonna watch this damn movie. Which Tara, I think you should watch Long Legs. It's fun. It's on Hulu. It's super fun. It's a horror movie, but in like almost like a thriller way. Nicolas Cage is in it. Oh shit, we gotta talk. Fuck. And anyway, that's our top 5 things related to the state of Georgia. We got to get moving. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Let's do some honorable mentions. Obviously.
Okay.
I just said one movie. The only one movie I said was Fried Green Tomatoes because there's just this movie that as a kid we used to watch with mom. I feel like a decent amount.
Yeah.
We liked it.
We did like it a lot.
Obviously, MLK Jr.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Carter, a couple historical guys that are
and HIV treatments.
HIV treatments, yeah.
Those were the more serious ones that I had.
Go ahead.
Julia Roberts, Raven Simone, Jennifer Nettles.
Yep.
T.I.
Lil Nas X, Lil Yachty. There's
Yeah.
a bunch of littles. Apparently,
Yeah.
that's a big Atlanta thing.
Aunt Edwards.
Oh yeah. There was I did look up athletes. There's a million athletes from
Yeah.
Atlanta. I was like, I'm not even gonna name them all. Too many, except for Jackie Robinson.
Yes.
If we're gonna name one, it's Jackie.
The
Oh, I
W-
named two because I also named Dominique Wilkins. He was not from Georgia, but he played for the Atlanta Hawks. And I thought, and there was a point in my life where I thought Dominique Wilkins was the coolest basketball player. Like I liked Dominique Wilkins better than Michael Jordan when I was like, I think I had a Dominique Wilkins poster or something like that.
Mhm.
Love Dominique Wilkins.
The Devil Went Down to Georgia. Great song.
Sure.
The movie Big Mama's House made my list because I loved it.
There was a bunch of Tyler Perry shit too.
Yes. And I loved
Bunch of
Tyler.
Tyler Perry shit. There's a bunch. The thing about Atlanta is there's a pretty rich culture there. A lot of like black culture there that easily could make other people's lists.
Yes.
Like a lot of Tyler Perry stuff, Big Mama's House. A lot of rappers are from there and started there.
And then I said Foam Fingers.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like foam fingers. Foam fingers are fun. I've never owned one. That's not
Neither
true.
have
I've
I.
had them. And I think it's one of those things that I destroy. Like, you know how like certain things you just kind of like I think I picked at it and ruined them. Like, right away.
Probably.
Cotton gin is another invention.
Mhm.
Really good invention. The only other thing I had is the Masters. The Masters are awesome.
Yes,
The Masters are cool. That's like a pretty awesome sporting event.
it is.
It's first, but today's
they
the first time I was
always-
like the Masters. I'm like, why is it called the Masters? I'm like, that's fucked up. Especially since it's like black people aren't really allowed
Right.
to be members of that place. I think there are a couple.
Or women, right?
But isn't Condoleezza Rice a member?
I don't know.
Something like that. But yeah, that's Georgia. Any other Georgia shit before we go to the movie?
Nope.
Cool.
Was Forrest Gump at Georgia?
Alabama. We talked about it during the Alabama one.
That's right.
What's next week? What's our next state?
Hawaii?
Is that right?
I think so. Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho.
It's funny. I don't know the song. Hawaii. Hawaii should be hard. Hawaii is going to be hard. I'm going to throw that out there. Hawaii is going to be hard. Because like it's almost going to be like Alaska. It's like just the beauty of Hawaii.
Exactly.
But two places I've never been. So that's our Georgia list. Next week we're doing Hawaii. If you want to get ready for it, everybody. Our top 5 things related to the state of Hawaii. We'll probably come up with another list too by the end of this. But Tara did watch the movie The Rock. I've been wanting her to watch The Rock for a while. There's an excuse for me to watch The Rock. 1996 classic The Rock, starring Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery. Okay?
Yes.
Like hard to beat. Jerry Bruckheimer production.
Yeah.
He made some of the best stuff. And again, and this is like peak. This is Michael Bay when he was really good still. This was like The Rock, Bad Boys were right in this era. So this is The Rock 1996. Tara.
Yeah.
Let's hear about The Rock. Let's start off right here. Tara, did you enjoy? Wait, hold on. Was it worth the extra $1 to purchase The Rock? And now you have it forever.
I think so, yes.
You think you'll watch it again someday?
Maybe.
Because you bought it.
Yeah. I did that. I bought it.
You bought it, so.
Well, the thing is, I bought it because I'm like, am I going to watch it all right now, or is it going to take me a while to watch it?
Sure.
And
I think when you rent it, you still get 48 hours.
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, I thought it was a really good movie. So who knows? Maybe someday
good action
someone
flick,
will
right?
want to. Yeah, for sure. There was, it's kind of a long movie, but it didn't really feel.
It is
that
kind of long. That's what I was going to try to watch it today, but I kind of ran out of time.
Yeah.
Especially since I was going to have to watch with commercials.
Well, or you could have bought it for $4.99.
I didn't even look at that. I just saw that it was available on Hulu for free.
So, do you want me to tell you a little bit about it?
What do you mean? I basically gave the rundown. Yeah. Tell me about it. Yeah, this is fun because I didn't watch it this time. Normally, I have Tara. If you new listeners that weren't there at the beginning, Tara would watch movies and I just let her talk about it, and that's what's going to happen this time because I'm not as like up to date on it. I haven't seen it in a while, so I just not as fresh in my brain. So Tara, do whatever. Talk about however you want to talk about.
Okay.
I'll probably interject as I do.
Yes. So General Hummel, who is played by Ed Harris, I believe he's a Marine captain, and he's been through a lot of wars.
Yep.
And he has been wronged, and his fallen soldiers have been wronged, and he is sick of it, and he wants the families of his fallen soldiers to receive reparations.
Yeah, for a villain,
It's
I can't necessarily disagree with what he's pissed about.
I know, because he said that there was all these fallen soldiers. They didn't get awarded any awards.
You find
Anything.
this out much later, but
Yeah. And he's like, I am pissed. And he gets this group together of military men who go rogue with him, and they steal a bunch of like chemical warfares, and they take over Alcatraz. And
the
they're
chemicals are badass.
Yes,
that you
they're
see in
like
the first scene.
they are like making people's skin like fall off. And they are putting a threat to San Francisco that they're gonna shoot this shit into San Francisco
During a Niners game, I think.
during
Is there a Niners game going
there's a
on?
football game going on. And they're like, and he's like, unless you get all this money and give it to these fallen soldiers' families, we're gonna
How much
do
they
this.
asking for?
Fuck. I want to say like 50 million.
Okay.
$1 million per person is what he wants to give. And he has 82 civilian people that are his hostages as well.
That were visiting Alcatraz.
Yes.
Yeah, while
there's
a
a group,
tour going on.
Yeah, there was a group of like kids, and he told the students, "Hey, tell your teacher to put you on the bus and to leave, or the whatever ferry and leave." So they weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
So then, like the U.S. military and the FBI, they're like, "Well, we gotta put together a group of people who can like go in and stop them." So they have Stanley Goodspeed, who is played by Nicolas Cage, and he's an FBI biochemist.
Yep.
And then
so he's there to deal with that.
He's there to deal with that. And the thing is, Alcatraz has been rebuilt, destroyed. There's a bunch of tunnels, and they don't have the blueprint for it, so they don't know how they're going to get in. But they have this one person that they know of.
They got to sneak in.
They have to sneak in. And if you don't know, Alcatraz is like a prison in the middle of the ocean on a big rock.
In San Francisco.
You
visited, right, when you went to San Francisco?
I did.
So you've been there. Were you like, I know some of this stuff?
I don't remember. That was so long ago. But
you didn't go into like where the jail cells and shit were?
Yeah, we did. So they're like, there is one person, and he escaped from Alcatraz. He's this ex-con who has been in jail.
And I'd call him a spy.
He's a spy, and he's escaped from multiple prisons, one being Alcatraz. So they go and get him out of jail and are like, you need to do this. And
who is it though?
Oh, it's Sean Connery. It's I wrote his name down. Hold on. His name is John Patrick Mason.
Yeah, he didn't get as cool a name as Stanley Goodspeed for some reason. John Mason. It works, but
and they're basically like,
he's basically John Wick.
Yes, if you do this, like, we're gonna let you out of prison. So he was like, fine, let's do it.
And that's the premise of the movie.
That's the premise of the movie.
He's going to help him break in because he knows how to get in.
Because he knows how to get in because he got out. But at first they didn't want him. They were like, you just have to tell us how to do it. And he's like, no, I have to go there.
He's like, I haven't done it in years.
I haven't done this in years. I'll remember hopefully when I'm there. But
right.
So
they're going to go and break in his prison and try to stop these chemical weapons from being shot into San Francisco.
Exactly.
Pretty cool premise.
Yes.
I would say.
Well,
so classic John, and John's calling me. Let me text him. Keep talking about the movie.
Okay. So, my favorite character is actually the duo of Goodspeed and Mason because they kind of have an understanding with each other. We find out that John, that was his name, John. Now I got John. Yeah, John Mason. He fathered a child shortly before he got put in jail. And he went and like she actually lives in San Francisco, so he got to see her. And Stanley Goodspeed, he's about to be a father, so he is kind of seeing John in a different light. He's like, you know what, like I want you to be able to talk to your daughter and have a relationship, and I don't want her to think you're a deadbeat because she thinks he's a deadbeat because she thought he escaped from jail again, but he didn't. So they kind of get each other, and they're an unlikely pair to save the day.
Sorry, John's coming over later, and he's trying to come over earlier. I'm like, I'm busy.
I'm podding, homie.
Yeah, he's been. I don't know what you last said, but they both have daughters.
I said that. No, I said that he is a father. John Mason is, and Godspeed's about to be a father, so he's kind of like understanding that he wants to connect with his daughter. And I also just think that they're an unlikely pair that just they have each other's backs. They have mutual respect for each other.
I don't know if they have mutual respect for each other.
I think they do.
Until like,
they get it for sure because they're
eventually,
yeah.
But they're not. They're kind of I would say they're an odd couple at first.
They're a ragtag unlikely.
They're an odd couple where he's a badass that's escaped from Alcatraz and basically
Godspeed's like a nerd,
a nerdy scientist.
Yeah,
that's like not, but which doesn't make any sense because like that chick that he's his girl who's smoking hot isn't banging him unless he's a cool guy, not some nerdy. Not like no, she's a baddie.
She is a baddie.
So I didn't buy them as a couple until like by the end I go, yeah, she'd bang him. But anyway.
So my least favorite character is the
was that your favorite? Oh, you had a favorite duo?
Yeah.
If you had to pick one though, you gotta pick one. Who's your favorite character?
Well, I like John Mason.
He's awesome.
He's awesome. He's
so like Nicolas Cage is fun, but
I know he's old in that movie. But he is like a very attractive man.
Tara, it's Sean Connery. What the no shit.
He looked so good.
Symbol.
I was like, oh my God, he is so hot.
How old is he?
Even when he had like his long, like gnarly hair, I'm like, oh my God, Sean.
How old is he in that movie? You are a
babe. I don't know.
He was born in 1930. So he was 66. He was our dad's age.
Jesus.
Basically.
Sean.
In that movie,
he was doing it.
You're thinking Sean Connery's hot, where dad's looking like Uncle Rico and White Lotus.
Oh God!
And he's in it again this season.
He's taking strays right now.
He's in it again this season. He's looking real dad in it.
He is.
They're the same age, dad and him.
Dad, Uncle Rico.
Yeah, I think I think I realized that the first year. I was like, oh, they're the same age. It makes sense.
Yeah. So he's definitely my favorite.
Yeah, my least favorite character was who?
Was the FBI director Womack. He is a real piece of shit. We find out that that
guy's a piece of shit.
He's just a piece of shit, and he's holding Mason like he didn't even get to have a trial because he found out some really classified information, and he had secrets. So he's just been in jail. And he hasn't been able to defend himself or get out when he probably shouldn't be there.
Right. So yeah, they're getting in the what?
I also was not a big fan of Captain Darrow, who was one of the rogue soldiers, and he wasn't in it for the right reasons. He wanted to kill people. That's pretty much. He just wanted to.
Yeah, the guys that were in his crew, that were in like the militant group, some of them were a little questionable.
Yeah, for sure. They're like, yeah, we get to kill.
Tony Todd played Captain Darrow. Yeah. It's an
I
interesting
feel like he's
dynamic.
really good at kind of playing that kind of character too.
Tony Todd?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So that kind of takes me into like one of the most iconic scenes.
Yeah, what did you think is the most iconic scene?
It was like a long scene. So it's when they finally infiltrated Alcatraz. And they got
Do you think that's the iconic scene?
well,
from
it's
It was
well-
your favorite, not your
well-
favorite scene. Your like the iconic scene is when you're supposed to figure out what you originally the iconic, because this one has iconic, like pretty famous scenes in it.
well, I don't know.
I mean, go ahead.
It's my favorite scene too. But
Okay, what is it then?
so when they get to Alcatraz,
Yeah,
and then like they're like getting in there and they're going in on like jet skis that go underwater, which are
Yeah.
fucking rad. And then they get to the first place and there's like a fire and just like a thing that is like going around. And they're like, how do we get in? The doors are locked. And then that's when like Sean Connery is like,
kicks into high gear.
well, I memorized the cadence of
Pattern.
it. I memorized the pattern. So he like rolls underneath
Yeah,
and gets through. And then they think that he left them and they're like, we shouldn't have trusted him. And it's like, how long?
is that when do you think that? Do you think that? Oh, his hair's cut by then. Never mind.
Yeah. It's
Because
like,
you were already horny for him before he starts breaking in. Like when you first meet him at the hotel and he's throwing him over the edge. And then
yeah.
he goes on the car chase. That was good. The car
Yes.
chase down the
Oh, the car
San Fran
chase.
Hill.
That was probably actually one of my favorite because I
That's
love
a great scene.
I love a good car chase. And then Nick Cage was in, and there was like comedy in it as well, which is always fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like he stole the Hummer, and the guy was like, "This, you stole my Hummer." He's like, "I borrowed it." And then Nick Cage had his car, which was like probably a Corvette or something.
Yeah, I don't
and
remember what it was. I
him.
haven't seen it in a while. Ferrari
And-
or Corvette or something.
And it
like
was
that.
really fun. And then like they had they hit a cable car, and that whole scene, the cable car driver was really funny. He was like telling people to get out, like save yourselves, and just like calling his cable car his baby and being so sad about it getting destroyed. So that was probably my favorite part. And then back to the iconic scene. So then they finally get in and they go into the showers.
Yeah.
And that's where like the motion detector went off, so they found him. So the whole rogue team was there with machine guns, and
Just massacre them.
just
Because they go in with the whole crew.
they go in with the whole crew, and he's like, well, the one captain is like pleading with them. He's like, I took an oath. Like, come on, like Hummel, General, like this isn't you, and we can figure this out and blah blah
Right.
blah. And then he was like, no. And then all of a sudden a brick fell, which then caused chaos and people shooting each other.
Yeah.
And Hummel was like, stop, cease fire, cease
Right.
fire, like stop it.
Stop, guys! I know I brought you in here with a bunch of guns and I'm threatening to kill everybody, but stop! I want to do it this way.
Cease fire. I don't
It's
want
so.
anyone
That's
to
the funny thing. They're almost
die.
making him like he's not a bad guy. I'm like, you're doing some fucked up shit, homie.
Yeah, for sure.
You're threatening to shoot a missile at a major city.
Yeah. So then,
But he waited for his wife to die. So
yeah, yeah, he did.
what a funny first scene. That's how the movie actually starts.
I know.
It's him like in the rain walking to a cemetery, and he's like talking to a thing, and I think it's his wife.
Yes.
He's like, I had to wait for you to die to do this.
Yes.
Because he knows it's a bad news bears.
And he's like,
So he waits for his wife to die, and
Yeah.
then he's like, cool, now I can go be a piece of shit.
yeah.
It's a crazy, and then he kisses the headstone. It's a crazy first scene.
Mm-hmm.
Right before he goes to break in and steal all the chemical bombs, which are the coolest
Little,
prop.
yeah.
Like these you didn't really talk about it, but the chemicals are these tubes with these like, I don't
balls.
know, balls the size of like golf balls that are
Yeah.
these green chemicals, and they just like, if it bursts, this like gas comes out,
and
and
just
it's pretty
destroys you.
destroys you. So
And if you
we'll get
get
back
it,
to that.
if you get it, you can. If you get hit by it, they have an anecdote, antidote an antidote that you stab
You
yourself
find, yeah, they
in
give
the
it to them
heart.
when they're going in.
Yeah, you stab yourself in the heart, and it prevents you from dying.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But otherwise, it like kills you in like less than a minute.
yeah, it's disturbing.
Yeah, because when they're stealing it, they drop one and it explodes, and they got to lock a dude into the room with it, and he like they watch him like melt.
Yeah, terrible. So yeah, the brick falling causes the train reaction, and everyone.
So that's you. That's your favorite scene.
No, that's
I wouldn't say that's the
iconic scene.
iconic scene of the movie myself, but
I don't know. I never know.
the iconic scene is. We'll talk about it because we're going to talk about it. But there's
You
one
tell
scene
me
that's.
what you think is.
I will, because we're going to talk about the end of the movie, and it's the end of the movie.
Oh,
That's the most iconic scene in the movie. Is what happens. Nicolas Cage.
So the Tara moment was when they were. So everyone dies except Nick Cage and Connery because they didn't go up. So mission is still very much on.
Right.
And the next thing they'd have to do is they have to find these missiles with all the poison.
And disarm them.
So that was...
I don't remember how many there were, like 3 or 4.
No, there's like 30.
There was that many?
There was 30, and they disarmed all of them except for 3.
That were set to actually
somewhere else. They were somewhere else.
They were like ready to launch.
Yes, they were ready to launch. So
otherwise, the rest were kind of like hanging out.
In the morgue. They were in the morgue.
Right.
And oh boy.
So these two got to run around together and sneak around.
Yes.
And make this not happen.
And the terror part was when they were in the morgue and they realized that the morgue had been taken over. And they ran to get Sean and Nick. And I'm like, oh my God, they're not gonna make it. They're gonna be taken hostage.
They're not gonna make it. Movie over.
I was like stressed out.
Sean and Nick Cage ain't getting the job done in this one.
No. So it was like stressing me out. And they got away and they destroyed all of the mechanisms that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What's your next category?
My next category is
What's your next category?
Well, we kind of talked about sexiest scene.
That's fine. It's still the category.
My sexiest scene.
Be quick about it then.
Just any time that
there's not a sexiest moment. You got to pick one.
I don't think anything was not really sexy.
I mean, when he's banging his wife is pretty hot. Like, she's hot in that scene.
She's hot, but he's weird in it.
He's always weird.
He like creeps me out. He's like,
when I was a boy, I can't lie, I was my sexiest scene. She's
I'm
really
sure.
Like, I was in love with her. I'm like, she's so hot.
But like,
what happened to her? Why isn't she in shit?
I don't know.
Also, Sean Connery's wife, our daughter, super hot. I'm a big fan of her.
I was really surprised she wasn't in. Like, she kind of stopped doing things because she was the hottest thing for a minute.
Yeah, what else was she in?
She was in like Mallrats. She was in a movie.
Yeah, Meet Joe Black.
Yeah,
yeah, she was hot. She just appeared though.
Yeah, I wonder where she was.
She was hot. But yeah, I can't. The chick that played was like almost like, I don't even know what her name was. She's not showing up here for some reason on my list. Oh, there she is, Vanessa Marcil.
Yeah.
She's hot though. She was in she went to TV.
I was gonna say, I feel like she did.
She was on Las Vegas.
Yes.
She was big on that.
That's what she was on. So, long story short, they find 2 more and they destroy them, and why am I drawing? They capture them.
Yeah, they basically get caught.
Yes.
But they're not together. I think they're separated. I think you only catch one of them, right? I think they catch Sean Connery because then Cage has to do it by himself. I haven't seen it in a while. I can't remember, but he's
Oh,
at
that's
the end.
right. That's right. He has to go by himself. I don't really remember, but
Anyway, or I think they have a plan where they set it up, and
yeah. Anyway,
there's a
they're
whole.
like, okay, Hummel was done. He's like, we didn't get the money. They called our bluff. Oh, this is what happens. They are getting ready to shoot one off,
Mm-hmm.
and Hummel types it in and makes it miss. It starts going to the football field, and he's like, I'm not this monster. I'm not gonna.
Right, and it crashes into the ocean.
Crashes in the ocean. They're like, what the hell is
Yeah,
happening?
he has this change of heart.
Yeah, he's like,
He's the Ed Harris we all love.
yeah, he's like, I never wanted anyone to die. That's not what I wanted. I just wanted them to give us money.
It was a bluff.
It was a bluff. They called our bluff. It's over.
But the dudes with him ain't in on that bluff. They're like, no, fuck that.
They're like, no.
We're pieces of shit.
We're going to kill these people, and we're going to kill them good. We still got one more to go. And I don't remember how Sean gets away. Oh, they start, like, everyone starts shooting everyone again because both of them are there. Everyone starts shooting everyone. And
something happens. It starts going crazy.
Yeah, and then they get away. And then
Nick Cage gets in a fight.
Nick Cage has to go. He's like, you go get it. So he's like going and getting it. Someone's
shooting at him. There's explosions going off. It's awesome.
Yes.
This is the iconic scene, by the way.
And then the guy, like one of the soldiers, he locks the door, but the soldier gets in and he's like attacking him. And Nick Cage has one of the balls of chemicals.
Because he had, yeah.
And you don't know this, but the president said, I'd rather lose 82 people than a city full of people. So we're going to bomb the shit out of Alcatraz.
Yep.
So
unless they set off the signal that they've completed the job.
Exactly. So this guy is on top of Nicolas Cage and he shoves the ball in his mouth.
Nicolas Cage shoves the ball into his mouth.
Nicolas Cage shoves the ball into the other soldier's mouth. He starts to die. And Nick Cage
fast because it's like instant because in his face, but also Nicolas Cage is being affected by it.
Yes, but he has his shot, so he stabs himself in the heart. But then all of a sudden, he sees the planes coming to kill them. So he's like, "Oh my god, I gotta get out my flares or whatever."
He's struggling to move because he's fucking.
To move, but he has all the will in the world because he's gonna be a father. So he's got to get back to.
Is that why?
Yeah, he's got to.
Does he have do they have like a flash moment? Where it's like, I'm a dad.
No, that's just what.
Or is that just what you're reading into?
I'm reading into it, and he's like, I have a baby on the way, and a smoking hot almost wife, a smoking hot fiance. I gotta go.
Yeah, I got Carla Pestalozzi. Pestalozzi is the name. I got
Carla, and she's also in San Fran. So I mean,
true.
Like there is a lot going on right now. So then he goes out. He's waving the flares. They're green, waving them. But he already had dropped the bomb. The guy had already dropped the bomb. And it wasn't on.
Because he pulled up kind of at the last second.
Yeah. They canceled it at 0, pretty much. So he already dropped the bomb, and it bombs Nick Cage.
Yeah.
And Nick Cage flies into the water, and he looks like he's fucking dead.
Yeah.
But then you know what?
What?
John Mason shows up. And you
didn't think he would. You thought he'd try to get it because I think that's what happens. Yes, he's going to leave.
He's going to leave. He's like, I'm not doing this anymore. Out. He's like, I'm done. I'm dipping.
He left. He's not. He's like, I'm out.
Yes.
He's out. And Cage is like, you got to help me. That's what it was. He bounces. He's like, I don't need to save anybody. I did what I needed to do. I'm out of here.
Because Cage saved him in he saved him first. So they saved each other. And then
pretty much it.
And then he has the phone and he's like, or the walkie, and they're like, it missed, everyone's safe, we're good. And then the director's like, well, where's
Mason?
And it's like, or wait, no, he doesn't say any of that. And it's like,
skip it out and get to the end.
It's done. But then he tells Mason, get out of here because he ripped up your pardon. You're going back to jail. He's like, I knew he would. And he's like, just leave. I'll tell him he died.
Right.
So they show up They say he died. The one guy knows he's lying because he's like, yeah, he exploded into vapors and went into the ocean. And then the director comes up and he's like, yeah, he exploded. He died. And he's like, what the? I need to see that son of a bitch. And he's like, he exploded into vapors. That can happen? Yeah, it can happen. But before he left, he said, hey, go to this place in Kansas City. There's a church. When you get there, the second pew in, there's something for you.
It's just a dildo
It's just a dildo.
that he gently put in a little sliding thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's basically the movie.
And you know what it was in it? Do you remember what that was?
No, I don't actually.
It was pictures of who killed JFK Jr.
Was it really? Because I thought he had something to do with it, right? Because he was a spy.
He was a spy, so he like knows like secrets.
Why is that? How did he have? That's what it was, really?
That was one of them.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I forgot that. I have not seen it in such a long time. I realize now. I got to watch it. That guy has me excited to watch it because it's good action. It's comedy. Nick Cage, Sean Connery, two of the greats of all time.
Yes.
Tara.
The hero.
What are the rest of the... hurry up. We got to hurry up. What are the rest of your...
The
categories?
hero.
Who is it?
It's the duo. They were both the hero.
Okay, you're doing it.
Yeah.
You got to pick one, though.
No.
Pick one.
I'm picking... They saved each other like a million times.
Okay.
So I'm saying it's a duo.
Okay.
And then... Well, actually, it's a duo. They both had such integral parts.
Okay.
The villain, the U.S. military.
Sure. Absolutely.
And then the message is don't trust the government. And my rating is an underwater jet ski ride.
Dang. That's a good rating. Because that sounds awesome.
Dope. It was dope, man. I liked it. I thought it was really good.
I mean, I knew you would.
Yeah.
It's one of the ones I tried to get you to watch a long time ago. Because it's right in that sweet spot of 90s, 80s, mid 80s to mid 90s action that just fucking rocks.
Just so good.
Where there's like having fun and it's like a cool, interesting story and
Yep.
Great cast, great soundtrack.
Yes.
There was a stretch there where anytime Michael Bay and Jerry Bruckheimer got together, it was going to be fire. It just was.
And it was fire.
It
was fire.
Great. I'm glad you watched it. Happy you watched it. Tara.
Yes.
It's already an hour 30 in, but I feel like we never end. Like, we got to hold on. Who are today's birthdays real quick? Today's birthdays, famous birthdays. It's going to be a bunch of TikTokers and YouTubers. Malachi Barton, 18, is our TV actor. I don't know who the hell he is, but he's actually an actor. Bad Bunny is 31 today, Tara. Carrie Underwood is 42. Emily Osment. How old do you think Emily Osment is, Tara, if you had to guess?
30...
Because it's not that hard to guess since you kind of know how old Miley is.
34.
She's 33. Chuck Norris, 85. What do you got?
That's insane.
Olivia Wilde, 41. What else we got here? Any of these? Robin Thicke. How do you think Robin Thicke is, Tara? If you had to guess.
48.
48. Ooh. How old do you think John Hamm is?
52.
54. How old do you think Timbaland is?
50.
I just wouldn't have. For that one, I wouldn't even have a guess. I just wouldn't even have guessed. I don't know.
53.
53. Tara, you're nailing it today. How old do you think Justin Herbert is?
26.
27.
Damn it.
Sharon Stone.
71.
67.
Damn.
And then, is there any more that you've heard of? No, the rest are TikTokers and rappers. People are either TikTokers or rappers now.
Yeah.
That's all there is. Zach Levine.
Zach Levine.
Who's Zach Levine? Basketball player.
Oh, 28.
28. He's 30. I don't know why I said it like weird. Like
28.
you're weird for guessing 20. 28. Tara, today is National Napping Day.
Oof.
Why are we working so hard? We both should be fucking napping right now. Tara, top 3 places to take a nap.
Yep.
Tara, what are your top 3 places to take a nap?
On the beach is my number one.
Ooh.
That's my number one.
Dang. That's your number 1. We're starting number 1. Okay. The beach.
The beach. Number 2, I'm going to say outside again.
Just
like,
outside?
Outside, like under a tree with like the breeze.
Absolutely under a tree. Absolutely. In the grass?
Uh-huh. Like,
Are you on a sheet or anything? Or
like,
you just
no,
in the
definitely
grass?
a blanket, like a little blanket on the ground, just like snuggly. And then number 3, in your bed. I love it in the bed nap.
Tara, I mean, to be fair, it's probably truly number 1. Because taking a nap in your bed.
Yeah.
Are you under the covers?
Always.
Do you know what my favorite nap is?
What?
Is to walk into your room and just flop down on your belly. Like, I just want to plop here. And then you end up napping for 45 minutes. That's my number 1 way to nap. Because I feel I'm a little crooked. But man, I was just like, I'll do it all. Especially, it's just a little cool. Especially if it's like, because it's a little cool on top of the covers, you know? And it's just like, ooh, and then I'll start falling asleep without a pillow, and then I'll like have to pull my pillow under just to get a little more comfy. I think that's my number 1 way to take a nap. My number 2 place to take a nap is some water, around water.
Yeah.
In the water, whether it's like on like a floaty thing or next to the pool or next to the ocean, that sort of thing. Next to a lake. Yeah. That's my number 2 place to take a nap. My number 3 place to take a nap, I would say probably is like when you like fall asleep, you get home and you like plop on the couch and then you just kind of like start napping and then like you nap you keep like almost like like all of a sudden you're laying sideways and like you're kind of curled up like and then eventually you grab the blanket. It's like a nap that's like a nap you weren't going to take, but you just keep taking that goddamn nap. The TV's on playing something like that you kind of know. Like in the background, like, I don't know, like TBS is on and like there's just Offices playing and you kind of wake up and you catch a little moment of it. Like the nap that you shouldn't be taking, but you take it like, I should get up and go do stuff. And then like, I'm just napping.
That was me yesterday. I couldn't stop napping.
I don't do those anymore.
Ugh.
I don't do those anymore.
That daylight savings got me. So
sure,
I napped all day.
Sure. But yeah, I don't like to nap. I'm trying to think I feel like, is that really, I don't know if I actually I feel like those aren't that refreshing of naps. Sometimes I'm like mad I took that nap actually. I don't know. In my bed though, on my bed is where I like to take a good nap next to water. And then I'm going to change it. You know a place I love to nap, Tara?
Where?
One of my favorite things I used to do a lot is I'd drive home and I'd park my car. And then I would just like roll the window. It's a nice day. And I'd roll my window down because I was finishing like something on the radio I was listening to, like a podcast or something on the radio. And I would just kind of lay back and then I would end up just napping there in my car for about half hour, just enjoying the breeze and like not on every street, but like, especially at our old place, like it was a little, like in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like a quiet, that street behind us. You remember the old street behind us? It was quiet street. Like my street now, and there's too many people on it. I never nap there, but I used to nap on that street behind us. It was like tree coverage. It's a little lean back with the radio going. Dang. Love that.
Honorable mention for me is mom and dad's house.
Just anytime, anywhere?
No, on the chair and a half, especially on a Sunday.
Let me ask you about National Pack Your Lunch Day.
Okay.
How often do you pack your lunch? I guess you probably don't now very often at all for your current job. It's not like how many times in your life do you think like when you worked a regular 9 to 5, did you pack your lunch that often?
No, I did not. I ate out way too much.
That's what she said.
That's what.
National Immune. That's tomorrow. So let me look at next week and see if we want to because next week we got our list for it's going to be episode 152. We're getting real close to our maybe we should start a countdown here soon to our 3-year anniversary. We got to make it's the 6th, we said, right?
Yeah.
April 6th. So we still got 1, 2, 3 more before our anniversary episode. So But we should do something for next week. Hold on. Let me pull up the next week's episode because we got to do another list. Got any ideas? Anything coming up? Anything coming up next week?
St. Patty's Day.
Yesterday was National Women's Day, right? Or was it Saturday? What day were we celebrating
Saturday.
women? It's funny we did all our women stuff leading up to it without even thinking of knowing.
I know. It's St. Patty's Day.
Yeah. When?
Next Monday.
Oh, next Monday?
I think so.
17th, right?
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day? Do we want to do a St. Patrick's related thing?
Sure.
It's not really our thing, but hold on. Let me flip and see if there's anything else. 17th. Act Happy Day. We could do a list of things that make us happy. Benito Juarez Day. Campfire Girls Day. I don't know what that means. Doctor Patient Trust Day. Evacuation Day. Evacuation Day in Boston. I don't know what that is. National Corned Beef and Cabbage Day. Raymond Magsaysay Memorial Day. There's some weird ones. Welderly Day. I think that's being old and taking care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Pediatric Nurse Practitioner Week. How about National Introverts Week, National Fragrance Week, National Teach Music Week? I like Welderly Day, Tara. How about we do our top 5 things that we are supposed to do to take care of ourselves that we don't like to do?
Okay.
Like we should be doing it, but it ain't that. We don't like it that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's clearly some things that we do like to do. But there's some things like I'd rather not do that. Or we don't do it. Welderly Day. I like it.
Okay.
So we're going to do that and our Hawaii list next week. Tara?
And
What?
we're going to look at tickets for...
Oh, yeah. But we need to, oh, yeah, just put that for next week.
Yeah.
What do you think Campfire Girls Day is?
Probably something like... Oh, isn't that what they... No, that was Wilderness.
Celebrates
Like a Girl Scout?
the work of Campfire, a development organization for the youth. The group was initially, I don't know.
All right, this is getting long.
Tara, we were due for a long one.
Do we have an email?
Oh, fuck. Yes. I can read Mom's fast because she doesn't get her feelings hurt if I don't like really power every moment of it. Like if Chris had written it, I'd have to get deep into it. Melon Fights. One email from our mom, Jeannie. Maybe you've heard of her. She's a boss ass bitch.
Taking hot girl walks.
Taking hot girl walks. Tell a hot girl about our pod this week. Say, listen, if you don't like football, you can skip over the first 20 minutes and then just get into it. Hey, Melon Fights, good pod. A few follow-ups on my listen. Hooters. Aaron actually worked there in college. Loved the pantyhose. Aaron did work there.
Mm-hmm.
No one knows who that is, though. Mom. Drew, you are one with George. You are one with George Costanza. Be it donuts or poorly made cookies in the trash. That's right. He ate like an eclair out of the trash in an episode. Yeah, the cookies were bad. So many Seinfeld moments that we lived before it happened on the show. I think George takes a first on this one, though. I did have to call out 2 more boss babes. Mayor of Easttown. Now, she was a boss babe. She was a boss babe in that show, Mayor, from Mayor of Easttown. Grace on Grace and Frankie. Also, she just a boss babe all around. You watched that, but I never really watched it. Most notable things from Georgia: Coca-Cola, invented in Georgia, impossible to find a Pepsi at Atlanta airport, and now I know why. Jackie Robinson made history in more ways than one. Would have been so cool to see him play. Gone, because you love baseball so much. Gone with the Wind author Margaret Mitchell. The book and movie based in Georgia. Yeah. Famous Terra Plantation. By the way, did you name our sister after a plantation, Mom? Not great. Not great. That's the thing, is Gone to the Wind's pretty problematic. Just going to throw that out there. Just throwing it out there, Mom. Watch the first televised version of The Hospital, or In the Hospital, after Trin was born. I think it was in 3 parts. Kind of amazing. Like the first time seeing The Wizard of Oz. Obviously very different movies. Julia Roberts is number 2 for her. Love her in all types of roles. Martin Luther King Jr. Okay, she brings it back around. She gives Martin Luther King his props. No needs to explain. Maybe it's just to save face and not get canceled. Maybe that's why you're picking Martin Luther at number one, Mom.
No.
Wettest moment spending time with Mom and Graham. She was hanging out with Grams
Mm-hmm.
this week. And working charity event for Logan's Heart and Smiles. Very inspirational. Driest moment, slicing my finger right before the event. Good thing I had a finger condom. Thanks for being my nurse. T, love you. Have a Tuesday. Mom cut herself?
Bad.
Dang.
The knife she was using was like a machete to cut limes, and I almost like she was doing it. I'm like, she should not be doing that. And then I go,
Fucking slice that fucker.
yeah,
Glad she didn't cut it off.
oh shit, psycho.
Jesus Christ, old lady. Welderly. Hey, Mom, it's Welderly week. Maybe pay attention. Actually, it starts next week on Sunday. Hey, Tara, stay dry.
Stay dry.
Have a Tuesday.
Have a Tuesday.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Melon fights.